and welcome to WagerTalk TV. My name is Minty, and joining me today is Drew Martin at Drew Martin Bets on Twitter and Brian Leonard at B Leonard Sports on Twitter. This Saturday, we've got Butler at Marquette. Now, I know that Butler, their point guard, oh gosh, now I'm blanking on his name, Aaron Thompson, has been out with a wrist injury lately. I'm going to ask you, Brian, do injuries really, are they a big factor in handicapping college basketball for you?
Yeah, they should be. As long as the backups are not nearly as good.
Yeah.
I mean, you find certain teams, like you'll take a Sun Belt team where they may have one really good player, then everybody else is pretty much the same. But you get up to certain teams in college basketball, and we've seen that with North Carolina this year. I mean, they lost a big player early in the season, and they really struggled. So it all depends on not only how good the person is that's out, but also the drop-off between him to the next player. So you just have to be able to chart that. There's plenty of websites out there that tell you not exactly how much better they are, but you can see by the stats and how many minutes comparable. You can make your own judgments on that.
Right, interesting. Now, Marquette is 11-1 at home. Where do you lean on this game?
This is actually my strongest play out of the videos I've been on today. We take a look at Butler. They've got a 17-5 impressive record, but they dropped 4 or 6 of late, and 2 of those losses, one was by 4, or excuse me, one of those wins, excuse me. The 2 were by 4 in overtime against this Marquette team, and then by 5 at Georgetown. So they really have been very fortunate so far. In fact, we talked in the other video about top 100 competition. Butler's only 3-3 straight up against top 100 competition this season. As opposed to Marquette, they're 16-6 on the season, and they're going to have a full 7 days off before they play this game, a revenge game for them. As you mentioned, 11-1 straight up at home, 5-1 at home against top 100 opposition. Their only home loss was a 1-point loss to Providence in overtime. I really like this Marquette team, and the way the teams are heading right now, I think they get their revenge, and I'll lay the points with Marquette.
I like it. I agree. Drew?
Brian mentioned it. You know, these two teams just played on January 24th, so kind of a quick turnaround for this rematch. Yeah. Butler won in overtime. Of course, they were the home team now. Now they're having to go on the road to Marquette, excuse me. Ken Palm has this Marquette -2 at home. And Marquette, you know, handicapping this team, 3-point percentage. I mean, they just shoot it from 3. They're very good at doing it. Top 15 in terms of percentage-wise. And Marcus Howard, one of, if not their best player, #1 in the nation in terms of percent of the team's shots. So that could be a good thing and a bad thing. It's kind of like the black hole, you know. He's just going to fire it up, and if he's hot, Marquette's going to roll. If not, watch out. But also, contrast of styles here. You know, Marquette, very fast. Number 75 team in terms of pace. Butler, a 300 team in terms of pace. So who's going to control the pace is going to be a big factor in betting the total, which will likely be right around 140. And also the side, you know, the team that's playing up and down and they want to play up and down, playing right into, you know, them going up and down the court, obviously, and scoring more. Pace tends to kind of dictate the outcome of the game sidewise as well, Minty.
Interesting. Thank you, guys. Perez. The Perez is red hot on the ice and has cashed 15 of his last 17 hockey plays and 14 of his last 16 5% NHL bets, or best bets. To get the rest of the season would cost you $4.55, and the NHL playoff packages will be priced at $2.95. But using coupon code P295, you can get not only the NHL playoffs through the Stanley Cup Finals for $2.95, but the rest of the regular season at no additional cost.